So in today's Christmas cook, I really want to showcase all of my skills whilst maintaining that festive spirit. So with today's menu, I'm starting off with an Australian classic, a prawn cocktail, moving through to my main courses where I'm hoping to really showcase my inventiveness. I know a turduken's quite popular this time of year, but I'm doing a little twist on it and I'm starting small and going smaller with the spatchcock down. I'm calling it a squale surprise. The entree is going to be really easy to do. All I have to do is peel the prawns. So at the moment, I'm just bringing the seafood sauce to room temperature, washing the lettuce, and allowing myself as much time as I can for the main event, the squale surprise. So it's when I bring out the components of the main course onto the kitchen bench that I start to panic. I realise I've never cooked this before and I've actually got no idea how to do it. Do I cook them individually or do I stuff it and then try and cook it? I'm in a real panic. I don't know what to do. And this puts everything at risk for the Christmas plate. I've now just looked at the clock and realised that the guests are going to be arriving soon. I've got no time to waste. So I go with my gut instinct, and that is to stuff everything inside everything else. It's at this point in time that I realise I'm just going to have a glass of champagne and greet my guests. A glass of champagne later, all the guests have arrived. It's time for me to head in the kitchen and plate up the entree. I head into the kitchen and I realise that my husband has bought green uncooked prawns. This is a disaster. There's no way I've got time to cook these prawns, so I rush to the fridge to see if there's any other seafood proteins I can put on the plate. I have a quick look around and I can see that there's some prawns left over from last night's pasta. This is not what I want, but I don't have a choice. This is going to have to do. Despite a few quizzical looks, the entree's served and it went down okay, except everyone's really hungry. So I head into the kitchen to really knuckle down on this main course. It's when I get into the kitchen and look at the squale surprise, I realise I've completely butchered this. It's at this point I decide to abandon the squale surprise and just focus on getting Christmas on a plate. So I have a quick look through the fridge. I can see a leftover barbecue chicken, some soccer ball ham and some cranberry sauce. These are some flavour profiles I'm really familiar with and I'm confident I can make this work. So I start to plate up the mains and it's looking really good, but there's something missing. At the last minute, I see a Christmas cracker on the bench and I decide to break that up over the plate to give it that extra Yuletide kick. It's as we're enjoying our main courses that I discover that my sister-in-law, who was meant to bring the pudding, has left it at home. I'm really starting to regret offering to host Christmas. This would never have happened at my mother's. I rush into the kitchen to see what I can pull together. I've got a couple of minced tarts and my baby's custard. It's organic, so I think I might be able to get away with it. So I scoop the contents of the minced tarts out, put it on the plate with a smear of the organic custard, and I think we're ready to go. So with dessert served, I'm exhausted but relieved. I have survived the Christmas cook. And the best bit, next year Christmas is going to be at my brother's house.